reading it. I'm the only one in here right now. Oops. Hey guys, I think I can see ya. All right, we may have some other people come in, but I'm going to go ahead and get started. Thanks for coming to class today. Great. A few things that I wanted to announce before we go ahead and get started. One, I did mess up my back a little bit, so I will be modifying some things today. If you would like to take your vinyasa a little different, by all means do so. I also do have a little bit of a zoo around. I have a cat over to the left of me, which you can't see now, but I have dogs as well, and they'll probably be around and about. So just a little disclaimer there. As far as props are concerned, if you have blocks or a book, by all means utilize that. If you need to have a drink, grab that, especially if you're outside. We got quite a bit of heat today. Playlist. Those of you that are friends with me on Facebook, I do upload a playlist that kind of coincides with the class. It's on Facebook as well as Instagram. So if we're not friends on Instagram, it's Viva Vinyasa Yoga. Last but not least, this is my husband, Chris. He will be joining us for this class. He's with me at class usually on Saturday at 4, and then I also teach another class on Friday at 5. We're going to go ahead and get started. If you need to modify in this class, do so. Toes will come to touch knees wide, and navigate your hips back towards your heels. Reach the fingers towards the front of the room. And then maybe swaying the head from side to side. And then just finding some stillness if you're not already there. And we'll practice a little bit of box breathing. Inhale to the count of 4. Hold at the top for 4. Exhale to 4. And then pause at the bottom for 4. Beginning that same breath cycle again on your own each time. And then working your way back to a neutral breath. Find full inhales and full exhales. And then take your hands and walk them over towards that right side. Find that diagonal extension. Drop your head back down. And then it's that half moon shape over towards the left. Finding extension over on that side. Keep pressing your right hip down and back. And then drop back in through your center. And taking your hands and slide them back towards you around the spine as you do so. Hands come by the sides, narrow the stance of the knees, and then turn the gaze forward. Inhale to reach the hands up towards the sky. Exhale, hands come to prayer at heart center. Bow your head and close your eyes. Setting our intention for our practice. I read a quote from Rumi recently. And it talked about opening your eyes to what's around you. So think about that in your practice today. What can you be grateful for? What can you open your eyes that's beautiful around you? And with that in heart, reach the hands up towards the sky, gaze high. On the exhale, allow the palms to come to the top of the mat. We're in a tabletop. Separate the knees if need be. We find cat-cow. Inhale, if you look up, drop the belly. Exhale, navel to spine. Couple more just like this. Inhale, look up. Exhale, when we drop. Last one. And finding that neutral spine, you're going to take your right leg, extend it back behind you. Foot stays lifted, flex the foot, just hold. Now take that foot and cross it over the midline to your left and tuck your toes. Walk your hands over to the exact same side as that left foot and press your chest back like down dog extension. And then bringing the hands back into center, you're going to take that right leg and lift it up. Take an inhale in. On the exhale, knee to nose round the spine. Inhale to extend. Exhale, knee to nose. One more time. Inhale, sweep it long. Exhale, curl it in, hold it there. And then extend it long. Tuck your left toes over towards the left side. It's modified side plank. Right hand reaches up towards the side. Take the right hand, reach it up and over your ear. Tap the foot down to the mat. Now hand and foot tap in at center of knee. Extend it long. Now tap the hand towards the leg. One more time. Extend it long and tap it in. Hold it into touch. And then release the right palm down to the mat. Release the right leg down to the mat. Cat-cow. Inhale, look up, drop the belly. Exhale and rest. A few more just like this. And then last one set. And then finding that neutral spine, you're going to take your left foot, lift it, extend it long back behind. Now cross it over the midline to the right this time, tuck your toes. Arms navigate to the same side as you press your chest back. And then come back through center with the palms first. Draw the navel in, lift your left leg up. Breath in, exhale, knee to nose. Inhale to extend it long. Exhale, knee to nose. One more time, inhale, reach. Knee to nose, hug it in and hold it. Extend it long back behind you, cross your right foot. It's modified side plank. Take your left hand and reach it up. Left hand sweeps up and over the ear as the left foot taps. Now everything comes into center to tap. And then we extend. Draw it in through center. And then extend. One more time. Draw it in, hold it. And then extend it long, release it. Left palm to the mat, left leg to the mat. Inhale, look up, drop the belly. And exhale, we rest. Finding that neutral spine. Tuck your toes under, lift your knees up to only a hover. And then just stay like this. Find full breaths. And then pivot the hips down and back, downward facing dog. Pedal from side to side, shifting the weight. We'll stay here for just a few more breaths. Maybe allow one heel to navigate to the mat and then the other. And then press heels down and back. We'll check the alignment real quick. Shift your weight forward into a plank so that the shoulders are in line with the wrists. And then shift it high and back, downward facing dog. Walking all the way to the top of the mat, you're at a forward fold. Hold there, fingers either rest down or interlace in the creases of the arms. You're gonna stay just like this for a few moments. And then take the right hand lower to the mat, bend the right knee, reach your left hand up towards the sky, open your shoulder. And then switch it over to the opposite. Left knee bend, left palm down, reach your right hand up towards the sky. And then both hands release down, deep bend knees, come all the way up to stand, reach the hands up towards the sky, and on the exhale, fold. Halfway lift and lengthen. Palms to the mat, we send it back into a plank. Drop the knees on the diagonal, keep your toes tucked under. Inhale, look up, drop the belly. Exhale, we round. Find a flat spine, lift your knees off the mat. Now shift it forward, chaturanga down, and a full press up, downward facing dog. One more time, just like this. Walk all the way to the top of the mat. It's a forward fold. Maybe hands to the nape of the neck, little bend through the knees. You're getting a little bit more into the spine here. And then release any bind you have. Bend your left leg, left hand outside of the right ankle this time. Right hand reaches up towards the sky. And then switch it. Bend the opposite knee. Think about pulling away with that right arm. Reach your left hand high. And then release it down. Deep bend the knees, come all the way up to stand. Reach the hands up towards the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift, palm the mat, we step it back into a plank. Knees lower on the diagonal. Inhale, look up, drop the belly. Exhale, you're at cow, round the spine. Find that neutral spine, lift your knees up, you're in a plank. Shift it forward, chaturanga. Upward facing dog if you want it, and downward facing dog, hips high and back. Taking the right leg, reach it up towards the sky. Exhale, knee to nose. Hold it, breathe, sky. Inhale to extend it up. Set the right foot in between the hands. Back knee drops down. Keep the toes tucked under. Just reach the hands up towards the sky. And then lifting the back knee up, it's warrior two. We open. Modified side angle. Elbow to thigh on that right side. Left hand reaches up towards the sky. Left hand inside of the foot. Lift your back heel. We twist it. Right hand high. And then right hand outside of the foot. Lower the back knee down. Flex the right toes up towards the sky and drop your chest. Spinning into the right leg, tuck the back toes, lift the knee up. It's a plank, right leg meets the left. Drop down to the knees, it's cow, inhale, look up. Exhale, we round the spine. Find that flat spine, lift the knees up, shift it forward. Listen, chaturanga, hold it. Now press all the way back up. Right palm down, left palm reaches up towards the sky. And then draw the left palm down to the mat. Find downward facing dog. Take your left leg, reach it up towards the sky. Exhale, knee to nose. Hold it. Inhale to extend it up. Set the foot in between the hands. Drop the back knee down. Keep the toes tucked under. Reach the hands up towards the sky. And then lifting that back knee up. Drop the back heel. Warrior two. Side angle. Elbow to thigh. Right hand reaching up and over your ear. Right hand inside of the foot. Lifting that left hand high. Lift your back heel up. And then left hand lowers the outside of the leg. Drop the back knee down. Flex your left toes to the sky this time. Drop your chest. And then bending into the left leg, tuck the back toes. Lift the knee. It's a plank. Drop down to the knees. Inhale, look up, drop the belly. Exhale, and we round. Lifting the knees. Lifting the chest forward. Chaturanga down. And up. One more time. Chaturanga down. And then up. It's left hand down. Right hand up towards the sky. And then right palm to the mat. You're at a plank to downward facing dog. Lift it up. Taking the right leg, reach it up towards the sky. Exhale, knee to nose. One more time. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, knee to nose. Hug it in. Hold it. Now set the foot in between the hands. It's high crescent. So the back knee's lifted. Arms reach up towards the sky. Warrior two. Open up the arms. Make sure you're not leaning too far forward or back. Side angle, elbow to thigh. Left hand, reach it up and over your ear. Keeping the left hand extended, allow the right hand to mirror the shape. You're holding a beach ball. It's the core that's contracting you. Peaceful warrior, left hand to the back leg, right hand reaches up and over. And then left hand inside of the foot, lift your back heel up, we twist, right hand high. And then right hand outside of the leg, pyramid, chest to thigh, back leg comes forward. And then left leg meets the right, we fold. Deep bend knees, it's chair, it's the top, so reach it up. Try to keep the navel in, try to keep the back flat. And then exhale, fold and release. Halfway lift and lengthen, palm the mat, send it back into a plank. Lower down to the knees, inhale, look up, drop the belly. Exhale, and we round. Lifting the knees up, back is flat, shift it forward, chaturanga down, and up, chaturanga down, and up. One more time, chaturanga down, and up to side plank. Right hand down, left hand high, lift that back foot up if you've got it. And then take your left foot, step it to the edge of the mat at the top, and right leg mirrors the shape. You're up Malasana. Heels and toes out, find that nice little spot here, breathe, stay. Last few. And then rise up, turn the toes forward, bring your hands behind your head, find a little bit of a lift of the chest. Now drop your right elbow down, left elbow up. And swivel over to the opposite, utilize the obliques. And then come back to center, lift, 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 and then fold and release. Walk the feet back into center, halfway up, hands down, we step it back, downward facing dog. Taking the left leg, reach it up towards the sky. Exhale, knee to nose. One more time, inhale, reach it up. Exhale, knee to nose, hug it in, hold it. Now step the foot in between the hands, it's high crescent. Back knees up, hands high. Warrior two, open. Side angle, left elbow to the thigh, right hand reaches over, we modify. Think about right shoulder open. Now reach both hands out in front of you. Peaceful warrior. Keep the front knee nice and bent. Lean it back. And then right hand inside of the foot. Lift your back heel. Left hand up towards the sky. Left hand outside of the foot to the back leg forward, chest and back. And then right leg meets the left. It's chair, Utkatasana. And then fold, hands to the mat. Halfway lift, palm the mat, step it back, drop the knees, untuck your, or keep your toes tucked under. Inhale, lift up, drop the belly. Exhale and round. Find a flat spine, lift the knees up. It's 3 times. Chaturanga down and up. It's down and up. Last time. And then press it up. Left palm down, right hand reaches up towards the sky. And then take your right foot and step it to the edge of the mat. Left leg mirrors the shape. It's Malasana. Yogi squat. Elbows press against the thighs. Those of you that want to play a little bit further here, you know what that looks like. It's crow, it's crane, it's anything else in between. Otherwise, we stay here. Chris, you can give me now. Chris isn't feeling it today. Maybe you aren't either. Take a few more just like this. And then grounding the feet if they're not already. Rise up. Pivot the toes forward, bring your hands behind the head. Interlace the fingers, lift your chest. Left elbow, you're down. Right elbow, you're up. And then over to the opposite. And then come back through center. One last lift. And exhale, fold and release. Walk the feet back in towards one another, halfway up. Hands down, we step it back, downward facing dog. Couple breaths here. Bend the knees, pedal it up for just a moment. And then take the right leg and reach it up towards the sky. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale to extend it up. Exhale, knee to nose. One more time. Inhale, reach. Exhale, knee to nose, hug it in, hold it. Now step the foot in between the hands. It's warrior 2 as we windmill it open. Side angle with a bind here if you want it. Right hand to the inside of the thigh, left hand can come behind you. You're still thinking about rolling that left shoulder blade open. Release the bind if you have it. It's peaceful. Left hand to the back leg, right hand up and over the ear. And then left hand inside of the foot, lift your back heel up, we twist, right hand up. Right hand outside of the foot to the back leg forward, pyramid. And then right leg grounds, left foot meets it, chair, Utkatasana. Here's your challenge. Sweep your hands back behind you, palms face in. Can you lift your heels and hold it? So to get the thighs to engage towards one another, heels to touch. Breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2. Now listen, drop your heels, bring your elbows to the top of your thighs. And you stay. Your hips should be on that long diagonal. Breathe for 5. That's 4, 3, 2. And then straighten the legs, palms to the mat. Halfway up, hands down. We send it back into that plank. Floor down to the knees. Keep your toes tucked under. Inhale, look up, drop the belly. Exhale when we round. Find a flat spine, lift your knees up, shift it forward, chaturanga down and up. It's only 2. Chaturanga down and up, side plank. Right hand down, option, peace fingers to left big toe, reach the leg up towards the sky or keep without it. Take your left foot and step it to the corner edge of the mat. Lift your back heel up. It's Standasana. It's a big rotation. Flex your right toes up towards the sky. Last few. And then turn it towards your left side. Both hands straddle the leg. Take your back, front left foot, and send it long back behind you. Isometric hold. Breathe. Now take your left knee in and extend slow. Left knee only in and extend slow. That's 3. Crunch it in through the core. That's 4. Last one, crunch it into the core. Extend it long back behind you. Chaturanga, hold it. Press up, downward facing dog. Left leg meets the right. Pedal out if you need, just rinse that out. And then take the left leg and reach it up towards the sky. It's that same left leg you just had lifted. Take a breath in, exhale, knee to nose. Inhale to extend it up. Exhale, knee to nose. One more time, inhale, reach. Exhale, knee to nose, hug it in, hold it. Now step the foot in between the hands. Back heel lowers, rise it up. Side angle, optional bind here. Left hand over, right hand over, left hand up. Try to wrap the right shoulder blade back. If you have the bind, release it. It's peaceful. Right hand back, leg, left hand up and over the ear. Right hand inside of the foot. Lift your back heel up and we twist. Left hand up towards the sky. Left hand outside of the foot, send the back leg forward, pyramid chest to thigh. And then right leg meets the left, top of the mat. It's chair, Utkatasana. And same as before, can you take your hands back behind you? Lift your heels up. 3. 2 more. And then drop the heels down, elbows to the thighs. Now hands come behind you, lift your heels. Heels lower, drop it down, elbows to thighs, and then pulse it up, try it to fall. One more time. And then sink the heels down, elbows to thighs, nice and low, hips on the diagonal. And then we fold and release. Halfway up, hands to the mat, send it back into a plank. All right, I think we have 2. Shift it forward, chaturanga, and up. One more time, chaturanga, and up. It's left palm down, right palm high. Optional bind here, peace fingers to big toe. Maybe you just stay extended or leg lifting without that bind. And now take the foot and step it to the top of the mat. You're at runner's lunge first. Pivot your hands as you pivot the right heel with you. Flex your left toes up towards the sky. Skandasana. Great opportunity to just open up the inner thighs. Can you reconnect with the breath? Last 2. Playing with our balance a little bit, right? Last one. There we go. Or lack thereof balance, right? Turn to face the front of the room. That's okay. Turn to face forward. Now take your right knee into your nose. Extend it back to a hover. Here's your isometric pulse. Now it's right knee in and extend. Right knee curls in slow and extend. You should feel your lower abdominals contract as you really pull. You got one more. Extend it long, chaturanga down and up, downward facing dog. Right leg meets your left. Toes come together, knees wide, hands back towards your heels. It's child's pose. Just settle in for a moment here. See if you can allow the breath to slow for just a moment. Notice if you're starting to feel weight into your hands, maybe just move those out in the shoulders as well. And last one. And then come all the way back up onto the palms. Tuck your toes under. When you're ready, it's downward facing dog. I'll give you a few more moments for those of you that were still there. Take as many breaths as you need. We'll go in about 2. And then when you're ready, the right leg extends up towards the sky. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale to reach it up. You only have 2. Exhale, knee to nose, hug it and hold it. Now step the foot in between the hands. Listen, drop your back heel down. It's side angle, either right hand under, left hand over, or right hand to the mat, left hand up towards the sky. If you're taking that bind, can you walk your left foot in, grounding through the foot, and start to rise up with that right leg? It could just be to here, right? And that's totally fine. It could be extension. That's maybe, maybe not. You play with that. I'm gonna give you about 3 more good solid breaths. Last one. If you're in bird of paradise, transition out. Now it's peaceful warrior. Extend back. That front knee doesn't move. It stays bent. Left hand inside of the foot. With your back heel, your back and your twist. Right hand. Right hand outside of the foot. Send the back leg forward. Chest to thigh pyramid. And then left leg meets the right. It's chair. Utkatasana. Hands kind of prayer. We're twisting over to the right side. Left elbow hooks to the outside. It's not even really in the chair. Right shoulder blade open. Hips left. And then come back here, center, reach the hands up towards the sky. Exhale, we fold. Halfway lift, palm the mat, step it back, you're in a plank. Drop down to the knees, keep your toes tucked under. Inhale, look up, drop the belly. Exhale, we round. Find that flat spine, lift your knees up. It's only 1. Chaturanga down and up. Right hand down, take your left foot and bring it out in front of you like a kickstand. Reach your left hand up towards the sky. So here's where it's gonna get a little tricky. You could say just like this. You can practice dropping your hips down and up. Get into the obliques. If you want more, it's left hand over the ear, and that bottom right leg is going to meet the elbow. Left hand reaches over, elbow knee tap, and then you extend. It's in and out. That's 3. That's 4. Last one, pull in and in for 5, 4, 3, 2, pull and hold it. And then extend if it's not already there. Reach the hand up and over. Drop the left palm to the mat. Bring that left knee to nose. Extend that long and then curl it in. We've been here. Extend it out long and then curl it in. Last one, nice and slow. You're in that plank. Hold it in. Listen, you switch hold with the right, switch hold with the left, switch hold with the right, switch hold with the left. Speed it up. It's right, left for 5. Last 2. Last one, send the legs long, chaturanga, press down, press up, downward facing dog. Take one more clear breath. Taking the left leg, reach it up towards the sky. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale to extend it up. Exhale, knee to nose, hug it and hold it. Set the foot in between the hands. Your back at side angle. If you want the bind, it's there. If you want bird of paradise, play with that. Give you about 3 more breaths. If you're in this bind, you hold instead. Releasing any variation that you took. Everyone's in side angle to peaceful warrior. Extend it back. And then right and left hand straddle the front leg. Lift your back heel, left hand up towards the sky. Left hand outside of the foot, send the back leg forward, pyramid. And then right leg meets the left. Chair, Utkatasana. Take your hands in front at heart center. We twist over to the left this time. Roll the shoulder blades back. And then come back to center, extend the hands up towards the sky. Exhale to fold forward. Halfway lift, palm the mat, send it back into a plank. Draw down to the knees, untuck your toes. Inhale, look up, drop the belly. Exhale, and we round. Find that neutral spine, lift the knees up, shift it forward. It's only 1 down and 1 up. Left hand down, right hand side. Take your right foot and step it forward, lift your hip up. Take the right hand, reach it up and over your hip. Take the elbow of the right arm in the left knee. You tap in and you extend. It's in and it's out. That's 2. That's 3. That's 4. And that's 5. Pull it in. You pull and pull. You pull and pull for 5, 4, 3, 2. Pull and hold it. And then turn to face the front of the mat. Take the right knee, keep it in towards your chest and extend. Right knee in slow and extend slow. Last one, curl it and hold it. Now switch, hold it. Switch to the right, switch to the left. One more slow. And then we go quicker. It's right, left for 5. Last one, extend it back, plank hold, shift it forward, chaturanga, down and up, downward facing dog. Walking all the way to the top of the mat, forward fold. Deep belly knees, travel all the way up to stand. Tanasana. Close your eyes. Hands by the sides, make you roll out the wrist. Last 2. And then fluttering the eyes open. We start to slow things down, working a little bit into our balance aspect now. Right leg stays grounded. Take your left leg and stack it on top for figure 4. So make sure that it's not stacked below the knee, right? You want to have it above. Hands come to prayer. I can't find my balance. Hands come to prayer. And then just slowly start to release down. Maybe you stay elevated. Could be hands to a block. It could be hands to a book. Maybe it's hands to nothing, right? You decide what that looks like and what your body will allow you to do today. This is really a great hip opener for us right here. We're going to hold for 3 more. Now we're going to challenge our balance. Slowly come all the way back up. Draw the knee into the chest. Hold onto the shin, curl it in nice and close and put the toes down. Woo. And then release it. Shake it out. Switching over to the other side. Left leg's grounded. Really spread the toes nice and wide and then grip down with the mat. It's called Pada Bandha. You're rooting through the floor. Left leg stays down. Right leg stacks on top. Hands to prayer and we squat. You decide that degree. Could be hands down to the mat. Think about the right hip lifting a little bit slightly back rather than dropping completely down. You have 3 more breaths. And then slowly start to come back up. Holding on to the shin, point the toes down, curl it in towards the chest. And then release it down. All right, everybody step back about 2 or 3 steps. So now you're at the middle of the mat. We're gonna work out again, but a little bit further. Right leg stays grounded. We're gonna do the left leg and stack it on top. Hands to prayer, 3 squats. Down slow and up slow. You're down slow, and then you're up slow. One more time down. Option, palms now down to the mat. You're gonna wrap the left toes around the arm. Extending that back leg long back behind you. I like to extend it before I even start to lift off, right? A little bit of a cheat, but you gotta get that wrap first. Play with that. For those of you that do not wanna work through that, it's a squat down and see if you can start to lift the hands. Harder than you think it is. We'll take about 2 more. But yeah, there you go, good job. There it is. Good job, those of you at home that are getting those. I know they're hard. Now everybody squat all the way down, wherever you are. And then take your hands and bring it back behind you slightly so you can drop your hips towards your heels. You're gonna get that nice stretch a little deeper. Fingers should face forward. Lift your chest towards your left thigh. Now drop onto your right elbow, drop onto your left elbow, and curl the knees into the chest. You're gonna take the right leg, reach it long, left leg is on top, and then find that square shape once again. It's long out, and then left leg stacks on the right. Use your core, not your neck. Last one, extend it out long. Keep control of your core. Release the right arm, release the left arm. And just breathe. Then we're gonna switch home and then switch. And take both legs, extend them out long. Drop your head down to the mat. It's knees into the chest, extend out in the diagonal, and then all the way up. It's knees into the chest, extend low on the diagonal, and pull it all the way up. It's in, out, up. That's 3. Last one, extend it low on the diagonal. It should be lower abdominals. Your lower back should be planted into the mat. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and then bend the knees, bring your feet to the mat, knees to the sky. Sink your lower back down, sway the legs from side to side. And then come back through center. Make sure you can lightly touch the back of your heels. Palms are down. You're gonna lift your hips up to a bridge. Make sure the chin is not attached to your chest. It's a slight look up. Last 3. And then release. Sway the legs to the left and then to the right. One more time. Side to side. Come back through center. Walk your feet a little closer than you traditionally would. Now rise up onto your highest heel. So the toes are grounded. Make sure you can lightly touch the back of your heels. Lift your hips up. You're gonna get a little bit more height here. Press the toes back. Press your hips up and forward. One more. Listen, drop your hips down. Take your hands behind your head, elbows are wide. Draw the knees to tap the elbows. Now, left leg extends, right stays, twist, and then we twist. We twist and we twist. We'll call it 3 more sets. That's 1. That's 2. And that's 3. Draw the knees into the chest, work all the way up to seated. Right shin is on top of the left. Inhale as you look up. Exhale, round the spine away, gaze back. 2 more times. Inhale, come up. Exhale, round away. Last time. And then keep your knees towards the mat. So drop them forward. Bring your palms to the mat. Step the right leg back and step the left leg back. You're at downward facing dog. Now walking all the way towards the, we'll call it middle of the mat, and then come all the way back up. We're gonna do it on the opposite side. So left leg is the one that's grounded. Right leg is gonna stack on top. Make sure the knee is pressing back. 3 squats, hands to prayer, down and up. It's down and it's up. One more time, down and hold. Option, maybe you take that arm balance here. You could stay just like this. Those of you that wanna work a little more balance, reach your hands out in front of you. Give you a few more minutes to play, not minutes, but moments. And then everyone, if your hands are towards the mat, try to get them there or use blocks to associate that. Bring your hips towards that left heel. It's a squat. If you wanted to play with trying to lift your fingertips off, by all means go there. It's a lot harder than you think it is. One more. Now take your hands and bring them back behind you nice and slow. Sit your hips down, try to make it as graceful as you can. Lift your chest up. Yeah, nobody's there to see you, so if you fall out, it's all right. And then sink your chest back, drop onto your right elbow, drop onto your left elbow, and lengthen the knees into the chest. Got it? Lift your left leg. Take the right leg, extend it long, left leg long, and then stack. Extend and stack. Last one, extend it long. Take your left hand, reach it forward. Take your right hand, reach it forward. You switch, hold. You switch, hold. Take both legs, extend them up. Drop your head down. Bring your hands to the mat. It's knees into the chest. Extend out. Lift all the way up. It's knees into the chest. Extend out. Lift all the way up. You only have 5. It's all that is. That's 3. You're over halfway there. 4. Last one, extend it out to a hover and hold it. Drop it 1 more inch. Breathe, breathe, breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, and then knees into the chest. Release it out. Little sway from side to side. Take your feet to the mat, knees to the sky. You're going to lift your hips up into a bridge. Interlace the fingers behind your back, and then you're going to lift your hips up towards the sky. Last few. Release the bind of the arms, palms to the mat, drop your hips down. Slide the legs from side to side. Last one here. For those of you that have full wheel in your practice, by all means transition to that. Otherwise, rising up onto your toes, lift your hips up, palms down by the sides. You want to make sure you're not adding a lot of weight into the upper body. A good thing to do, turn your palms up towards the sky. Notice how the difference comes more into the hips, and you really got to focus on that versus allowing the upper body to hold a lot of the weight. If you're in full wheel, slowly start to transition out. Everyone drops your hips down towards the mat. Take your hands behind the head, elbows bent. Lift your chest, lift the knees into the chest. Right leg extends, we twist to the left, and then we twist. We twist and twist. Last few. We'll call it one more full set. Over to the left, over to the right. Draw the knees into the chest, let your head drop down. Hold on the shin, stack that left shin over the right this time. Hold on at the knees, link the chest forward. Exhale, round away. 2 more times. Inhale, come up. Exhale and round away. Last time. Inhale up and exhale round. Press yourself forward. Lift the right leg back, lift the left leg back. It's downward facing dog. Take whatever you need, pedal it out just to rinse that out. And then you're gonna take the right leg, reach it up towards the sky. It's pigeon on the right side. Right knee, right wrist, lower your back leg down and settle in. You could stay up on the palms. You could drop down to the elbows. If you'd like to use a prop underneath that right hip, by all means, transition to that. We're gonna hold here for about a minute. I'm gonna time that. As we go through this, your body may start to want to pull out. I really encourage you, can you find stillness in the moments that are hard, right? We're all experiencing a lot right now, and being able to mentally surrender to what you're in is the first step to be able to really just relax and overcome a lot of stress and anxiety. So utilize the breath here. Full inhales in, full exhales out. You're already about halfway there, about 30 seconds into this. Last, we'll call it 3 full breaths. Inhale in, exhale out. Last two, inhale and exhale. Last one, big breath in and big breath out, release it. You're gonna press yourself up onto the palms if you're not already there. Take your fingers and see if you can just lift the chest back ever so slightly. And then drop down to your right glute. Take your left knee and shine it up towards the sky, and then bring your right foot to the inside of that leg. So it's a tree stance here, Janu Sukhasana. Reach the hands up towards the sky. On the exhale, we fold towards that extended left leg. And then come back up. Keep your right leg as it is. So right foot's on the inside of the left. You're gonna take your left leg and stack it on top. Walking your right foot out maybe a little bit closer towards the edge of the mat. Sit up nice and straight, and we fold. If this isn't accessible, it's figure four. It's exactly what we did while we were standing. And last few here. And then slowly start to come back up. You have a big transition here. Because I'm mirroring you, I'm gonna go this way, but you're actually gonna turn over to my opposite. Hands come over towards your right side, bring your feet down to the mat, and you're gonna turn for a wide-legged forward fold, facing that opposite edge of the room. Drop your chest down and sway the hips from side to side, just ever so slightly. Interlace your fingers behind your back and drop your head down. Try to get the palms to touch. Those of you that have an inversion in your practice, this could be a great time to take that. As we start to come towards the end of practice, really just allowing the body to slow down. And last few breaths. If the legs aren't brought up towards the sky, slowly release them out. You're gonna draw the palms down to the mat, and then you're gonna turn towards that left leg to face the front of the room. So you're on a pyramid shape. Shift some weight into the left leg so you can drop the back knee down. Right knee drops, relax the right foot. Flex the left toes up towards the sky. Now drop your chest. If you want a little bit more, left leg slides forward and right leg slides back, right? If that's too much, we're just here. And then everyone lifts their chest, slide that left leg back so that your hip is in line with that right knee. Take your palms and hit them right underneath those shoulder blades. Lift your left ankle up to a hover and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and release it down. Then into your left leg, you should feel that quite well. Lift your back knee up and left leg meets the right. Then into the knees, pedal from side to side. And then we're gonna switch. Left leg extends up towards the sky. It's pigeon on the left side. You have a full minute here. I am gonna time that. So we start now. Try to keep the hips nice and square. Think about pulling right hip back, left hip forward like you're turning a ball. Just a few more breaths here. You got about 15 more seconds. And very gently start to make your way back up. Tip the fingers. See if you can just lift the chest ever so slightly back on that diagonal. And then drop your left glute down. Left foot is going to come to the inside of the right as you drop your right glute down. So right leg is extended, left leg is bent. Reach the hands up towards the sky for the in-breath. Exhale to draw the chest down and fold. And then bring your chest back up. You're going to take your right leg and stack it on top of the left. Feet moving in opposite directions. I'm going to turn around so you can see me. Sit up nice and straight, and then drop your chest forward and lower. As you do so, that pelvis is going to want to slightly lift off the mat. So see if you can ground it back down. And then come back up, take your hands over towards that left side, ground through your feet, and you turn, wide-legged forward fold. If you haven't taken my classes, then now's a good time to know I like to do some pretty weird transitions. So just play with that. If you're real confused today, hey, it's a puzzle, right? You're getting to have a little bit of mental puzzle challenge. Taking your right hand to that left ankle, reach your left hand up towards the sky. It could be a bind, hand behind your back, palm faces up. And then just working to shift some weight forward. If your IT bands, they ride up the side of your leg. If they're tight like mine, chances are you're really feeling those right now. And then rotate over towards the opposite, nice and slow. Be careful of the lower back. Left hand, right ankle, right hand either up towards the sky or place it behind your back, maybe to the crease of your hip if that works. And then slowly release any bind that you have. Halfway lift and lengthen, turn to face the front of the room. Drop your back knee down, untuck your toes, walk yourself back if need be, and flex your right toes up towards the sky. It could be full splits. It could be working into that, right? We have to start somewhere. Or it could just be staying exactly like this if your hamstrings are tight. Just let the chest drop down. And last, you rest. And then slowly come back up. Bend into the knee, or pardon me, I almost missed the best part. Take your fingers, make sure the back knee and hip are in line. Plug the right hip in. Can you lift that right heel off the mat? Hold for 5. That's 5. That's 5. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release it. Bend into the knee. Tuck your back toes. Lift the back knee up and meet at downward facing dog. Awesome job, guys. And then drop down to the knees, keep your toes tucked under. We're gonna sit back onto the heels. Palms are gonna rest on the top of the thighs. Those of you that practice with me quite a bit, I always say it's like my least favorite pose, but it's so good for the bottom of the feet. Think about the navel drawing in and up. And last one. Put your palms to the top of the mat, tap your toes out, and then keep the top of the toes on the mat, sink your hips back towards the heels, take your fingers by your feet, and just lift the knees up to your degree. If you want a little bit more through the core, the hands come forward, otherwise they stay here. And then slowly release it. Drop onto your left glute, swing your legs out long in front of you, and shake them out. Make sure they have to the middle of the mat, bend your legs, just a little 3/4 bend. Hands right about where the glutes are, fingers are forward. Lift your hips up and place them towards your heels and bend back into your shoulders. And then press firmly through your fingers, act like you're gripping the mat. Lift your chest up slightly and bring your hips only halfway back. Walk the feet in towards one another and now open through the inner thighs. You should have both forearms distance away. Hold onto the feet, sit up nice and straight. And on the exhale, drop your chest down. And take about 2 more breaths here. And then come back up to the center. Take the feet back to the mat. Make sure they're towards the end of the mat out in front of you. Hips are at the middle. Reach your hands out in front of you. Draw the navel in and then slowly roll all the way back. Legs will extend out long. Reach the hands up overhead. Find that full body stretch. And then on the exhale, keep your left leg as it is. Draw your right leg in. Interlace the fingers on the top of the shin and then curl it towards your right shoulder. And then just making some circles with that right knee. Move in one direction, you're getting into that hip. And then switch the direction. And then drawing it back into the shoulder, just hold it there. See if you can bring it in towards the midline, keeping that engagement nice and close. Transfer the weight of the hands to the back of your thigh and flex your toes up and then flex the toes down as leg extends. And then finding some joint mobility, you point the toes in the right and then flex. You point and flex. One more time. Flex and hold it. See if you can walk your hands up maybe a little bit higher onto the calf. Draw it in close towards you. Make sure the shoulders are relaxed down. And then bend back into the knee. Take your left arm out into a T or cactus. Drop the knee over towards the left side. It's a spinal twist. Gaze out to your right. And then slowly come back through center. Take the right leg and meet it down with the left. Reach the hands up overhead. And then we switch over to the opposite side. Left leg curls in, drop the pelvis down to the mat, interlace the fingers on the top of the shin. Curl it in towards your left shoulder. And then start to make some rotations with that knee, like you're carving a circle on the ceiling. And then switch the direction. And then draw it in towards the shoulder. See if you can bring that leg in towards the midline while maintaining connection. Gonna have a little bit more tightness there. Hold onto the back of the calf, transfer that weight, extend the leg up, flex the toes down. And then you'll point and you'll flex. Point and flex. Last one here. Option to stay just like this. Maybe you bring the hands to the back of the calf, curl it in. No extra points for that, right? Hands can always be right here. Knee, most importantly, press it forward. And then bend into the knee. You're gonna take your hand to the outside, right hand outside of the thigh. Drop the knee over towards your right side. Gaze out towards your left. And then come back through center nice and slow. Taking both knees in towards the chest, make sure the hips are on the mat evenly. Option, legs extend up towards the sky. Those of you that want shoulder stand or happy baby girl day, this has been my preference lately, just waterfall, allowing the blood flow to move away from the feet towards the rest of the body. You can place your hands underneath you as a little bit of a prop, just getting the weight out of your hip flexors. And we're gonna hold this for about 5 full breaths. And then take the knees and bend them in towards the chest wherever you are. Take your time to get there. If you need a few more moments, by all means do that. We're gonna meet with our feet together. Knees are wide. One hand rests on the belly and one hand rests on the heart. I wanna have some time just to end our practice with a bit of mindfulness. As we discussed that quote at the beginning, Rumi saying, open your eyes to what's around you, finding gratitude in that, acknowledging what's happening that you should be thankful for. So even in this space, acknowledge the ability to come to your practice in the mat. Acknowledge maybe the other people that are around you that you're thankful for that are present. So many different things. Ruminate on that for just a few moments and then settling into the breath as you do so. And we'll hold this for about 5 more deep, full breaths. Maybe the only opportunity today that you've had a moment of stillness. And then taking the hands to the outside of the legs, if the knees are wide, take the knees and draw them in towards the chest. Hands to the shins, eyes meet the knees. Everyone curling into a nice ball. Take a full breath in and then sip in just a bit more air. Exhale, deepest exhale of your day. Everything extends out long. Finding your Shavasana, closing your eyes here. And very gently start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Allowing the breath to expand. And then dipping into the knees, you're going to roll over onto your side. Holding there for just a few more breaths. And then pressing yourself up to a seated position, eyes closed, hands in prayer at heart center. In the midst of everything we're all experiencing, finding gratitude for what we have. With that gratitude in heart, drawing hands to third eye center. The light in me sees and honors the light in each and every one of you. Namaste. Thanks, guys. Thanks for being with us today. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Be sure to get outside. The weather is absolutely gorgeous.